Hello everyone, good morning to Jane Austen, July the 1st. I will be vlogging, as I said in my TBR video for TBR Clue, and I will not be regularly vlogging the next few days as I'm camping, and my family does not feel comfortable being on camera, so you'll see some clips, but not many. Anyways, it is the 1st. I am getting packed up this morning to go camping, which is exciting, but man, is it a lot of work to do right now. So I have my stuff all together. I need to finish up the house and then need to go to a little library opening. Well, not big library, but a little free library opening from one of my friends. We'll see if I get anything of that on camera. I don't know if anyone there is comfortable with this, so we'll see. And then we will be going to the campsite. I have quite a stack of books I'm bringing with me for a 4-day camping trip, as I would always do. I'm bringing Les Mis along as I'm starting that book, and I'm bringing along a couple romances, a couple mysteries, bringing along Mansfield Park, as I'm planning on reading that entirely while camping. I'm trying to finish that this weekend. So yeah, exciting stuff, which reminds me I need to bring sticky notes. So I have a video idea about Mansfield Park, and you'll see. I also am doing that for my Timeless Homes, but another video for a Mansfield Park one. Anyways, it will be interesting to say the least, and I'm excited to finally read it again. So we are getting started on Jane Austen July. We're getting started on Summertime Reads. We're getting started on, not Summertime Reads, yeah, it's Summertime Reads. And we're getting started on a bunch of different things. It'll be a blast. I am very excited to also start Les Mis. I know some people have been saying there's some slogs. I think the beginning part won't be sloggy. And I expect slogs. I think with War and Peace, there were slogs. I read that last summer. And you just have to push through because there are gems in spite of the slogs. At least that's what I discovered with War and Peace. So I'm excited to push through those slogs. So I'm gonna stop talking now, as this will be a little bit of a long vlog, as this will be 10 days as I'm putting them out or ending them on the Sundays or Saturday. So, you know, but anyways, I'm gonna pack up and get ready to go to the little library opening. I am back from camping. I have been relaxing. You know how camping is relaxing and then you get home, you just need to like rest? Kind of that. Anyways, I did do some reading. I didn't really vlog because cameras or phones don't exactly work very well when you don't have electricity. Words are really hard right now. Okay, let's talk books. So as I showed you, I think I showed you, I started this one. I'm 60 pages in, and then I put it down to read a couple other books, but I am really interested in The Last High. It was medical thriller. It's like following a bunch of different people who have taken these drugs, and it's very interesting. Then I also started reading Les Miserables on audio, and I fell asleep during the section, so I need to figure out where I am so I can continue listening on audio. That's kind of my main struggle right now, because the translator from the audiobook and the ebook and the physical book that I'm all on, they all have different translators, so that's fun. It's a fun time. Next, I'm gonna go over books I started, because I started a few. I also started Mansfield Park. I did not get far, that's where I got into, but it was a lot of family time, and this takes effort for me to read, and I really want to put in the effort and the diligence reading it. So really enjoying this so far. Then I did finish 2 books. So I read A Will to Kill by R.V. Raman. So this one is about an Indian household. This is set in India, and it's like an Indian Agatha Christie, essentially. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. This one's about a detective named, I'm gonna try remembering the name properly. So this one is about Aretha, I'm gonna call him that. Athreya. And he has been commissioned to come to this home by this older man who he basically has a lot of money, and these people in his will have been trying to kill him off, or someone has been trying to kill him off, and he is trying to avoid death. So what he has done is he has created 2 wills, and when he created these 2 wills, he had them signed at the exact same moment, and he signed them at the exact same moment, so that way they would come into effect literally at the same time when he dies. And they both come into effect for different reasons. So one comes into effect if he dies naturally, or if he were to die of an illness, essentially. The other one comes into effect if he dies by accident. So like say his car hits a tree, this will comes into effect, the second will, or if he gets murdered, kind of situation. So that's where this book is about, these 2 separate wills. And it's a murder in this book, and this Athreya detective Athreya, or this private detective, private inspector, whatever you want to call him, is invited to come down, and when he comes, a rock slide happens immediately, and it's like a closed circuit mystery in this village or valley kind of thing. So very few suspects, and he has to figure out who done it. I will say I was kind of on the right plot, really enjoyed this, gave it 4 stars. I really recommend picking it up. It's not widely talked about, but I think you should check it out. I heard about it from Janelle from Too Fond of Books, and I will link her down below. It's worth a read. Another one that I finished was On the Cliffs of Foxglove Manor by Jamie Jo Wright. Loved this one, 5 stars. This one is about 2 timelines. This one is kind of centered about gold, as the first timeline is about Adrea, and yes, Adrea, and she has been sent to Foxglove Manor by her father to try and uncover the gold that he is trying to find in like 1885, that he is like, sorry, my glasses keep falling on my face. He's trying to find because he tends to steal gold. And so she has been commissioned by her father to find this gold, and he is not a very kind man. Then current timeline, you have Kaylee, who is going to Foxglove Manor as a care aide. It is now a senior's home, and she is carrying with her this dark past, essentially, and her autistic brother's coming with her. I felt like that was a good representation for that. And I will say this, Kaylee's story, as it says on the back, I didn't read it quite well when I've talked about it before on my channel, but she had been kidnapped as a child. And I want to say this as well, this book has no trigger warnings for rape or sexual assault. None of those trigger warnings are in this book. However, this book does contain trigger warnings for attempted suicide. Okay? Want to make that clear. It is very well handled. This is a Christian suspense novel, and I think it is really well done. It talks about life and the quality of life and how life is very valuable, and how essentially life is a treasure worth having. So it is really well done. Anyways, Kaylee, she's working at this now Foxglove Manor as a care aide, and she as a child was kidnapped, and she's trying to face that, and basically things from her past come up. It is really interesting. Loved it, and I loved how the stories intertwined, as Jamie Jo Wright always does. Can't wait for her next book to come out, which can't remember what the next cover looks like, or I can't remember the next title, I should say, but pop the cover up here. It looks great, and it comes out in April, so very excited for that. Anyways, so I finished 2 books, and I am very excited about that. Another book that I'm currently reading, and I started kind of before, but I continued reading while camping, was At Your Age, Eve Brown. I had it on my phone, and I probably shouldn't have read it on my phone, but that contributed to dead battery life, or dying battery life, shall we say. And that one is At Your Age, Eve Brown. So I read that one. It's by Talia Hibbert. Oh goodness. And it's the final Brown Sister trilogy book. It's interesting, and I am enjoying it so far. It's really good. It's something where I appreciate how Talia Hibbert really tackles things, or she like, not tackles things, but she includes marginalized people in her books. So in Eve Brown's book, Jacob, who is the romantic lead, has autism. So that's interesting. And I also really love how all her author notes also like talk about that, kind of as a trigger warning notice, but also as something where like, you know, she's going to handle it with delicacy and care. So I'm enjoying that, which was interesting to read that one about autism, or having autism rep, and then also reading Foxglove Manor, which also has autism rep. So I appreciate that. Yeah, so good books, and I will finish reading that one soon. Also, I just started my buddy read with Kevy, so exciting stuff, which is A Man Lay Dead, not dying, dead. And this one's by Nago Marsh. I hope I'm not butchering the first name. This is a New Zealand author, one of the golden age crime authors. She was writing at the same time as Agatha Christie, and it is about a game called Murder, and someone actually gets murdered during this game. Like, someone pretends to be a murderer and like kills someone, pretends to, but someone's actually dead in the first 4 chapters. So very exciting. And I've just started my buddy read with Kevy, so lots of stuff going on, and it is now the 4th. So I will see you next time. Tomorrow's the start of Cozweek, so I will be starting my Agatha Christie books tomorrow, and this will kind of, I guess, fit with Cozweek as well. So fun stuff. Yeah, it'll be good. I am definitely excited to, I don't know, get settled in for the night, tomorrow's work, and then, you know. Hi, so it is now Tuesday night. I'm sorry if I'm looking a little scraggly. I'm just, it was a stressful evening. Lots of fun, church stuff, and hanging out with people from church, which was great. But then I came home and trying to find medication, which we found. Hooray, thank goodness. It was a big deal. But then I got some book mail, and it was from Jamie Jo Wright, and just some publishing things, but really appreciative bookmarks, and it just little very kind postcard that says, "Thank you for being a faithful reader," and I will always be a faithful reader. So very excited to read her newest release when it comes out, like I said, and I just really wanted to show these bookmarks because I really am sorry about the in and out, but very excited about these bookmarks. And Bonaventure Circus, which was one of my favorites last year. I love that circus bookmark. So I still have not read Curse of the Misty Fairway. It's just so hyped in my mind, but I know I will love it. So I maybe should get on that eventually. I have too many things to read this month, maybe August. Anyways, so like I said, this evening has been stressful. I'm going to chill. I have no big plans. I think I'm gonna read Mansfield Park. I do need to finish reading A Man Lay Dead, the section for today. I have like 15 pages left of that, which I'm reading with Kevy right now, and I am not feeling super excited about it, to be honest. It's good, it's just I'm not very attached to the characters, and I'm struggling to remember which characters are which, so I don't know. I think it's because we didn't have a very in-depth introduction, and that's what I love about Christie, and I'm trying not to compare this book to Christie, so I'm really trying. So anyways, I'm gonna finish off that, and maybe I'll do Mansfield Park, maybe. I might also try to, actually I should try to read The Last High. That might be really good. Take me out of the craziness of this evening and read a mystery thriller. That would be really great. Or Jane Austen. Both of them are really great for this. So I have a couple hours before I should go to sleep just to continue with my sleep pattern. So let's do this, relax, de-stress with some good books. So it is Thursday night now. I haven't been feeling like vlogging lately. I finished one book and it put me kind of in a slump, which is not great with all the books I need to read. So I finished A Manly Dead by, I need to learn to pronounce this author's name, Nagayo Marsh. Gayo Marsh. I don't know if the N's silent, the G's silent. I'll figure it out. Didn't like it very much. I'm giving it 2 stars. There was some value in the premise. Anyways, it's about this game of murder where someone pretends to be the murderer and then they have to tap someone out and be like, you're the corpse, but someone actually ends up being killed. It was just really convoluted for me. I didn't follow it at all. It was really hard for me to track, and I just couldn't remember who anyone was. There was no in-depth plot or no in-depth characters for me. I just literally couldn't remember who was all a suspect. So yeah, no thanks. Anyways, you'll hear my full thoughts at some point. But right now, I've been reading Mansfield Park, which has been nice to reread. I'm enjoying it. I have little sticky notes for things I think are worth mentioning for an upcoming video project that you should have seen by the time this vlog comes out, but maybe not, we'll see. So I won't say anything unless it's come out. But yeah, and my brain is hurting. I think it's supposed to rain tonight still. We had some rain earlier today, I think, and I feel like it's coming again. So I feel like going out and starting my Jane Austen puzzle. It's like 9:30 at night, and I feel like if I start that, maybe I can calm down, do something mindless, and I'll put on Mansfield Park audiobook. Since I bought it, why not? And just keep listening. So I'm like 6 chapters in, and I need to finish it by the weekend. So like that's 3 days. My hair's doing something crazy. I don't know. Anyways, so I know it's a lot to ask. However, I think I can do it. I am enjoying it. So I'd like to get a good chunk of it done tonight. However, and then tomorrow night, that would be my ideal thing to be done in Mansfield Park by tomorrow night. So I'll listen to it while I do my Jane Austen puzzle. However, as my phone is charging and as I film on my phone and listen on my phone, I will not be filming this bit of my Jane Austen puzzle. So you'll see it when it's a bit more put together. So it's Friday, almost end of my lunch break, but I have been reading Mansfield Park. I listened to 7 chapters last night while doing my Jane Austen puzzle sorting. So I finished up to 14 or chapter 13 last night, and I am currently on chapter 24 right now. So I've read another 10 chapters today, which is good. And I will be finishing that tonight. I really hope so. I'm halfway through, so 200 pages left. And I know it's a classic, but I should be able to do it. I really hope so. I think I can. It is almost the weekend, and then I have a lot of big reading plans. I'm really behind on my Les for the week, for like the 17th. I need to read that pronto, because next week I'm reading The Other Bennet Sister, and that's going to be a really big audiobook for me. So I need to prioritize Les tomorrow, catch up essentially, and get ahead. So I need to finish Mansfield Park tonight, and then I have a few other things I need to get done. So all in all to say, yeah, I need to get some reading done, but wow, I've been enjoying Mansfield Park so far. I have some thoughts about Fanny and Edmund, which you will see in my review. Because, yeah, but I do enjoy it as a discussion about Fanny and about her personality, and about this quiet strength, and about the times. I do enjoy the book a lot. It's just, yeah, not loving that first, that relationship. So anyways, yeah, good reading progress so far. Man, a man lay dead really slumped me this week. And I had a lot of things I needed to read this week, so that's not good. I'll catch up though. I will catch up, I promise. So yeah. Anyways, we'll get there. So I have finished Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. I did it. It is Friday night at, let me try and it's not going to show you. Anyways, it's like 11:45. I did it. I'm really proud of myself for that. My hair is like crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna have 2 videos up about Mansfield Park this month, and I'll be talking about my wrap up as well. But anyways, I've had a lot of thoughts on this one. Theme wise, character wise, a lot of good stuff. So I did it. Very excited. Yeah. Now I am ready to read another book, and this is what always happens. When I read bad books, like I did with A Man Lay Dead, I don't want to read. However, when I read a great book, I want to read more. So, I have a couple options. First of all, I am buddy reading Jane Austen at Home by Lucy Worsley. I do have a physical copy like I just showed you, and the first section I was supposed to have read by tomorrow, and I totally forgot and didn't prioritize it. So I need to read it so I can talk to Berna about it. So I might try reading that tonight or listening to it. There's that. Then I have Lemez, which I'm going to try getting done at least 130 pages of it by Sunday, because I'm behind and I need to be reasonable on my timeline, because I found myself stressing about what I have not read yet, and that's not good. So I'm just trying to take it a little more easy, and basically right now I'm just reading buddy reads, book club books, and read along, and that's it. That's my top priority. Anything else is just bonus nice books. So those 3 books are my top priority for this weekend, on top of those 3 books. Let me think. I have this one, Jane Austen at Home. My 3rd book that's what I'm thinking of is The Rose Code by Kate Quinn. I need to listen to this one. I haven't started the audiobook yet, and if I do listen to it on double speed, it'll be about 8 hours, and I have to have it finished by Wednesday night. Haven't started it yet, so that's the project for this weekend as well. So those are my 3 priority books, and on Monday I'm starting The Other Bennet Sister, so that's why this weekend is kind of a big finish a bunch of projects books wise. And then tomorrow starts Middle Grade Magic, which I do want to read books for, but I'm not going to push it because I'm feeling stressed already. So yeah, I'm going to maybe try this, or I don't know, maybe I'll read some more of Lemez on ebook with the light off. We'll see. I have some options. I might be in the mood for an Agatha Christie, actually, because it's also the last day of Cozweek tomorrow, and I was going to read some cozy books, which this was definitely for Cozweek, even though I had a Persuasion in there. So this one and A Man Lay Dead totally fit for Cozweek. And yeah, options. So we'll figure it all out. I'll let you know at the end of the week how everything played out in regards to prompts. So we'll figure it out. Anyways, I'll catch you later. Good morning. It's Saturday morning here. It is 9. Let me first turn that on for you. 9:45. There we go. I woke up and I'm feeling much better. So I have been feeling a lot of stress because of A Man Lay Dead put me in a slump. Let's just put it that way. So I finished Mansfield Park last night, and then I listened to a bit of Jane Austen at home, which was good, but I honestly fell asleep to it. And then I was also read a bit of Lemez, which was good. I realized why we had such a side character at the beginning, which I appreciated. I did enjoy the writing style and learning about that society or the world that Victor Hugo is setting up for us. So I'm not mad about it, but it was like, okay, what's going on? So I'm glad to finally get back on that train, because I definitely am behind. So I'm just starting book 2, real behind. Anyways, and I am just kind of wanting something a little easy. I'm going to film as soon as my hair's dry. And while I'm waiting for that, I figured why not pick up the graphic novel of the Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. This one might be really fast, and it seems like really cute. It's middle grade, so that will be for middle grade magic. And today's also the last day of Cozweek, so I'm going to try reading an Agatha Christie. Saturdays is when I get a lot of reading done. I also need to organize my bookshelves. I feel like I mentioned that last night. I don't remember what I mentioned. I'm sorry. And then I'm going to be listening to The Rose Code while I do that. So I have things to do today, but at the same time right now I just want to sit down and read my graphic novel while I let my hair dry before I film. And then I do need to edit that video today as well, because that's going up tomorrow on my schedule. And then, yeah, so basically all in all to say, I'm just really feeling better today about reading than I did like previous this week. And I'm excited to get back into it. So here we go. I'm going to read this one. And yeah, I'm also doing a library run today, like I said last night. I know I said that. And I'll drop this one off because this is a library book. So once I've read this one, I'll be able to drop it off. And there we go. So there's one thing I wanted to show for sure. I just finished reading this, and there's this character, this one here, who is injured, and it shows him how he gets in a wheelchair. And I think that's really great for middle grade to show a character who's in a wheelchair, even in current times, and having that representation in a middle grade book. So I really appreciate that in this book. I'm giving it 4 stars. It is really short, but at the same time, I enjoyed the dragons. I enjoyed the message about not losing an art. I enjoyed the idea of, I don't know, teaching a heritage. I feel like that was all very valuable. So I'm gonna give it a 4 stars. Probably on a lower end of a 4 stars, maybe closer to 3.5, but I'm gonna give it a 4. So yeah. And also the art was really cute, and I'm not always like an art snob, but an art can turn me off of a book. So yeah, definitely thinking the art was worth it. So I'm not going to continue on the series, I think, but yeah. So before we head into the library, I want to talk to you quickly about this book here, Jane Austen, The Extraordinary, or Ordinary Extraordinary Jane Austen. This one I just finished, and I'm going to drop it off at the library real quick. But I realized I didn't tell you about it. So it's really cute. It's nonfiction, and it has these really cute pastel pictures. And I felt like it was a really good introduction to Jane Austen's life, about her as a child, and then how she grew into an author. And it'd be really approachable to children learning about Jane Austen. It'd be something really great you could bring into your home as a nonfiction work about a female author. Really handy. I will talk about it later, but this is for my middle grade magic TBR, as well as the Tea Dragon Society. Words are a little difficult right now, so there's that. I'm dropping off a stack of books right now, so I will be dropping them off, and then I will pick up a few things. But yeah, I am just, I don't know, getting on with my Saturday. So that's one thing that will be off my checklist. Hi. It's almost midnight on Saturday, and I feel like I haven't left this spot for you guys much, but I've been busy. I watched the Jane Austen book club with my mom tonight, which was great. It's definitely like a 2007 kind of movie, but I mean, I enjoy it for nostalgia reasons. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here for the week. I'm tired. I did some organizing of bookshelves, not a ton, but some. I did a library run. I filmed a video. I've edited 2 videos. My video about Edmund Bertram is going up tomorrow morning. So that will be out when you're watching this, if you're watching this to the end, which I really appreciate you if you are. Thank you so, so much. You can just leave a little, I don't know, emoji of whatever you want down below. That'd be so wonderful. Anyways, let's do a quick recap of what I read so far in this vlog. The first thing was On the Cliffs of Foxglove Manor by Jamie Jo Wright. I read this while camping. This one is a dual timeline about 2 women, one during the Civil War, one in current day, and they're both trying to work through what is valuable in life, also about Civil War treasure. Really interesting stuff, and like I talked about before, it does talk about suicide and attempted suicide, but its main focus, I feel like this book is about how valuable life is, and that's its main point. So really good book, but do want to talk about that trigger warning in case that is something you need to know. Another book that I read was A Will to Kill by R.V. Raman. I have my little Goodreads / Storygraph, which is technically just Storygraph below here. Anyways, A Will to Kill by R.V. Raman. So this is the first book in the Athrea series, and I enjoyed this one a lot. I gave it 4 stars. Excuse me. Time for bed. I need to go to sleep. Anyways, this one was really good. I enjoyed it, about the 2 wills. An Indian author about an Indian village where closed mystery. Very good. I was kind of on the right trail, but also not. I liked how it surprised me, but at the same time, I kind of suspected something, so I liked it. I would like to continue on in this series for sure. Another book that I read was Actor Age, Eve Brown. This one is by Talia Hibbert, and I know I talked about reading it. I don't know if I talked about finishing it though. So this one is the final book in the Brown Sisters series, and I liked how this one talked about autism, and I love how Talia Hibbert talks about marginalized people in her books. So I'll probably do a full-on series review of the whole Brown Sisters series, but I'll say it here as well. She's not my favorite romance author. However, she's my favorite author for including marginalized people in her novels. So good on her for that. I really did enjoy it. I gave this one actually 4 stars. This was my favorite of the 3, and I enjoyed the plot about a lot more of Eve going to bed and breakfast and helping out, becoming the chef, and just working out there, you know, really finding her rhythm. I thought it was really, really well done. I really enjoyed it. I also enjoyed it how it kind of wraps up the series. So yeah, I think it was a good ending, and I think I like the tropes better in that one than the other 2. However, they all got progressively better for me throughout the series. So yeah, I'm glad I continued on past book 1. Book 1 was still good, but I'm glad I continued on. So anyways, then the book that put me in a slump. This book was The Death of Me, and that would be A Man Lay Dead by Nigo. I still don't know how to pronounce the author's name. Ngaio Marsh, I think is how you pronounce it, but the G is silent. This one, I'm giving it 2 stars. 1 stars are reserved for hate books, and this book was not a hate book. This book was a book I need to sleep on, or a book I was falling asleep on. So it's funny because I actually put this under Cozweek for a book you need to drink coffee during, because you need to drink coffee to stay awake during. Because it's not that you're you know, you're so buzzed up, it's that you literally are falling asleep during it, at least for me. Anyways, I'll put a picture up here of how my Cozweek thing looks. But yeah, so anyways, I'll put the picture up later. So A Man Lay Dead was about a bunch of people playing a game called Murder. Basically, they're doing a murder mystery party, and the game turns real. And that was a great premise that turned out real bad. So real slow, real boring, and really hard to follow. Yeah. You'll hear my thoughts about it later. I'm also going to include it in a special Agatha Christie wrap-up because she's a Golden Age author as well. And anyways, that put me in a slump. Did not like it. And then today I have finished 3 books. Well, technically yesterday I finished another one. So yesterday I finished Mansfield Park at like 11:45 p.m. I'm so excited with that. So Mansfield Park by Jane Austen, I finished that one. Needed to finish that one in time for my video coming out tomorrow morning so I could film it today, obviously, and very excited about that one. It was great. I really enjoyed it, and I think it was better on the reread. I think it's just very interesting, the things I picked up about it. I will talk about it a lot more in my Timeless Tomes video, where I'm going to do a dedicated review all about that book. But yeah, really interesting. Glad I read it. And then today I read The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. It says K O'Neill online, but anyways, thought it was good. Talked about it earlier, not too long ago. Then I read Ordinary Extraordinary Jane Austen by Deborah Hopkinson and Quinn Lang. And this one was great, I thought, for a nonfiction about Jane Austen's life. So, great introduction for children to learn about a female author, about a different time period. Yeah, thought it was really interesting and really well done for that kind of thing. So technically it would count for nonfiction for my Jane Austen July TBR, but I'm not really counting it for that. But if it comes down to it, I'll count it. I'm reading another nonfiction, so yeah, no worries. But anyways, that's the end of my reading week so far. I think it's only like 1,700 pages, but it's not even a week. It's been like 10 days, and man, how did A Man Like Dead put me in a slump? It's literally 180 pages, and I did not want to read anything. I did not read anything for a week while reading that, aside from like Mansfield Park, which I should have been able to finish in 2 days because I read it before and I loved that book. But A Man Like Dead, less than 200 pages, pushed me out of reading time. So yeah. Also, I want to mention I have started, obviously I've started Les Miserables, but I started Finding My Talk by Agnes Grant. I really want to talk about this because as well as this being a really important book, but this is not by a Indigenous author. However, in the acknowledgements, or in the very first, like in the foreword section, it is by an Obejwe woman, Obejwe, and she talks about how the author, or Agnes Grant, she is a woman who is amplifying voices of Indigenous women. So as much as this book is not by an Indigenous woman on the front, she is amplifying voices of Indigenous women. So I really think this is a great book to check out and look for, as I've already read the first 2 stories, and very different, very powerful. Yeah, I think it's really interesting because she like went out of her way to look for certain different fields, different like areas of people, of women, where they had gone into different areas of careers, and everyone has gone to education because they want to educate their culture and re-educate their children's children so their culture doesn't get lost again, which is really interesting. But yeah, if you want to find a book, this one's already really powerful and really interesting. And in the foreword it says this is not an Indigenous author, but she's giving us our voice. So, and it's called Finding My Talk. So I think this is a really great one. I'm going to continue reading it, and you will see it in my next vlog as well. So yeah, really interesting one so far. Anyways, it is now 12:01. It is officially next week's vlog. I'm going to go to bed, and I will see you with my next vlog. Thank you for sticking around this entire vlog. I don't know how long it's going to be. I normally edit during the vlogs. I know how long it's going to be, but I haven't this time. So anyways, if you're still here, you can leave an emoji down below. Like I said, you can also like this video if you've enjoyed my vlog. I'm sure it's a little chaotic this time around. Also, you would like to subscribe if you're new here, that'd be awesome. I feel a little scattered right now, but that's okay. And if you can leave a comment, that'd be awesome as well. You know, what you're reading, how is it going? If you're reading Jane Austen books, if you're reading middle grade like I have been, Cozweek, if you did Cozweek, that's awesome too. What have you read so far? I'd love to hear about it in the comments down below. Also, how's your summer going? That's a great thing to know as well. Or maybe if you're not doing summer, how's your winter going if you're in a different part of the world? Anyways, I'm rambling. I need to sleep. Have a great night or great morning wherever you are. Bye for now.